This tutorial will visually walk you through how to use the English 101 Common Assessment reporting form. Once you have opened the spreadsheet, locate the Sheet tabs at the screen's bottom left. When you click on Sheet 2, you notice that the reporting form is already copied there. However, if you teach more than 2 sections of English 101, you will need to copy the reporting form for each additional section beyond 2. For example, if I click Sheet 3, it is blank. To do this, click on Sheet 1 and move your cursor to the top left corner of the spreadsheet window and click the inward pointing arrow here. This highlights the entire spreadsheet in blue. Next, below the Home tab at the top of the spreadsheet, click Copy. Now, click Sheet 3 and then click Paste. If you teach a 4th section, click the small tab next to Sheet 3 to create Sheet 4. Click Paste again, and you now have 4 copies of the reporting form to use. Repeat this step for any remaining sections of English 101 that you teach. Finally, click Sheet 1 and hit the Escape key. This will get rid of the copy frame. Also, click any cell in the spreadsheet to get rid of the blue screen. You may need to do this for each sheet you created. Now it is time to rename the sheets based on the actual section numbers of English 101 you teach. Put your cursor on Sheet 1 and right-click. In the menu, select Rename. You can now rename the sheet with the section number that you teach. For example, if I teach Section 3, I'll type SEC 3. Then just hit Enter. I could do the same for the remaining sheets on the spreadsheet. So for example, if the second section of English 101 I teach is Section 10, I type SEC 10, hit Enter. And then I will do the same for Sheet 3. I'll rename it. I teach Section 14, Enter. And finally, I'm going to report data for Section 20. So now you have individual sheets that represent the 4 sections of English 101 that you teach. Each student in the section is assigned a number. Just go down your roster. Students are to be identified by number only. Next, you will notice the 5 columns across the top of the reporting form, which correspond to the 5 dimensions on the rubric: content ideas, organization, language use, audience, and purpose. Click the cell below the dimension and on the same line as the student who you're reporting data for and enter his or her score. So student 1 on the evaluative essay, according to the rubric, scored a 4 for content and ideas. These numbers represent the same numbers on the evaluative essay rubric. 1 does not meet, 2 partially meets, 3 meets, and 4 exceeds. So this student exceeded expectations for content and ideas. Just click on the cell and enter the number that the student earned. This student earned a 3 for organization, a 3 for language use, a 4 for audience, and perhaps a 2 for purpose. Once you complete this, click on the next empty cell for student 2, for example, and what you'll notice is that the columns in the right automatically calculate. Here the student scored a total of 16, and the percentage of that total is 70%. These dimensions are already set. Please do not enter any data into these 2 columns or manipulate them in any way. This is specifically the data that I need to collect. Now you will do this for every student in every section that you teach. So for example, I would move to Section 10. Here student 1 may have scored 2s across the board. So I enter 2s in each of those columns, click a cell below, and you notice that the total again and the percentage of total again are automatically calculated for you. Again, you will need to report this data for every student in every section that you teach. Now, once all the data has been entered into the form, you need to save it. Click File, then click Save As. Name the file using your last name and spring 2014. So here I would type DiPolo space spring 2014. I recommend saving the file to your desktop so that it's easy to locate. Click Save and exit out of the spreadsheet. Once you do this, you will be able to locate the spreadsheet on your desktop for easy access. And then please attach the file to an email message and send it to me at jdipolo@ncat.edu. Please let me know if you have any further questions.